Hello and welcome back. This is F123 Breaking Point. I chose normal, but I will do hard after this episode. But yeah, here's a cutscene.
Very first race.
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works. How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring. Why didn't it work out between you two? He's on more money than me.
What? He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true.
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing at.
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Good return, Aiden. What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
This says it is a new era 2022 season with the aerodynamics, but there is also a new team on the grid, which is Connor Sport. Another cutscene.
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Connor Sport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today. Especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Okay, so now we are getting into the race, and the primary objective, or whatever the mission of this, I guess, level or episode, it is to finish the race. And let's see, there's 5 lights, and we are put into the Miami GP lap number 6, P14, as Aiden Jackson. And we are about to make a dive bomb on Yuki Tsunoda in the AlphaTauri, and we are driving in the 2022 car right now. So we're not fully yet into the 23 season while we make an overtake on Mick Schumacher in the Haas, which he's not there no more. We're about to overtake Fernando Alonso in the Alpine, which he is at Aston right now. See, I gave Alonso a little love tap while he's pulling away really slow, and that is why I decided to have changed the level to the most hardest, the challenging, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I chose the normal because I thought, it'd be normal difficulty. Apparently, normal means very, very easy. So, starting from episode 2, I will change it to the super hard difficulty mode. But going into turn 1, I'm right behind Norris. I make an overtake, did a little contact, and also overtook Valtteri Bottas. So now I am P9. And looks like there's Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes right in front of us. And yeah, very easy, which it shouldn't be this easy because this is technically the first year or first season this Connor Sport Butler global team is participating in. So we shouldn't be fighting all these people. And here we are making overtake on Lewis Hamilton. And if you didn't know, our teammate is Devin Butler, as you will see soon. And we're just bottoming out basically. Here we have Sergio Perez in the Red Bull while we're making overtake. We drifted a little right there, a little oversteer, but we make the overtake work. So now we are on the hunt for George Russell, who is right there, only like 3 seconds away. Again, shouldn't be, but yeah, we are on the soft tires while basically everyone around us is on mediums or hards. So that's why we're also faster, but also because of difficulty. As we're setting a purple sector 1, sector 2, my guess, purple sector 3 as well. Going into the final turn before the start finish straight. Just tuck in behind George Russell, get DRS, go around the outside, and that was an easy overtake while I also hit the wall. And I set the fastest lap for 1:37.741 while we have Pierre Gasly going into the pits, but we are on the hunt now for Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari, only 1 second away, so I'm sure I'll get him going into the straight, maybe even before it. Yep, and we get him before the straight, the turn going onto the straight. So we are now just on the hunt for Max Verstappen. So we say that it's another purple sector 1, and this is also our first time playing F1 23, the new game. You know, we got it. It was on sale. I wouldn't get it if it was full price because it's basically just the same game. It's for the new teammates. Like there's now Piastri, De Vries, and Logan Sargent on the grid now, while getting rid of Vettel, Ricardo. Who else am I missing? Schumacher. We also got Hulkenberg back at the Haas team. Yeah, basically the same game as 22, but this is a new, it's not really new. I mean, it's a continuation of the story mode, Breaking Point. And as I go into my breaking point, we are about to overtake Max Verstappen in this start-finish straight. Let's see if we can do it. Tuck behind them, get the DRS, go down the inside, and we get Leclerc in the Ferrari as well, which we are P1, which isn't really realistic in this Connor Sport team. So yeah, definitely changing the difficulty mode. So we'll just go along this lap, set another fast lap. Now it's 1:36.3. But yeah, speaking, this is a continuation of the story of the F1 21, the 2021 game mode, which I forgot was also called Breaking Point. I don't know. That the F1 21 was like Aiden Jackson in a team. Well, I mean, you saw the recap, and if you played it, you would know. So this is like the new thing for this year's game. I wonder which it will be for 24. I'm surely not that different because I don't think any drivers are gonna change. So hope 24 they have a better gimmick, because especially better than F1 World. I played a little F1 World, not that fun. I don't know. Most game mode I'm playing on this 23 game right now is just this one, the Breaking Point, and the career mode. But the career mode is exactly the same as last year, so didn't really need to get this game upgrade, but I mean, it was on sale, so might as well get it. And we are starting lap 10 now. And let's see, we set another fast lap of a 1:35.853. I just fast forward, nothing really happens. So Yeah, and I think there will be another cut scene, so I will let you watch that.
I'm losing power! Why am I losing power? Copy that, we see it, we're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're gonna have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car. You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
Oh, with every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sport's Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sport.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid. Good job you got me. All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here. It's in the bag, mate. All okay, Aiden? Yeah, how's Devon doing? Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team. Good for him.
And that is the race over, and it says that Aiden Jackson is frustrated with an engine issue because he had to retire only a few laps at the end of the race. So, another cutscene.
Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a riot show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data anytime you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before, it's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson. That was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connor Sport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
Alright, so that is all the cutscenes over, and now we are into the, I guess the like level hub or whatever, like the place you go to before you start the next level, and it's the same as the 21 game. See, there's some news. It says struggles at Connor Sports, and we're getting a call from Andreo, the team principal, and see, so yeah, Devon Butler, Aiden Jackson, we're teammates, and Devon Butler's dad is basically like a big sponsor into the team. I think that's what it said in the news, and now we're just reading social media.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team.
And then here's the emails just saying, Davidoff, Devon Butler's dad, saying good to the team or whatever. So, end of episode 1. Catch you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that.
There's a lot going on for sure, but we're a team. We'll get there. I'll have a word with the Devon. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, all right. Good luck with that.